Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nemesis Gaming League, where the grind continues. We are back for our third and final match of the night. We're taking it into the Challenger League. We have Hydra. No, I'm sorry. We just watched Hydra versus Knights. We have Flame versus the undefeated Papayas. Your boy Psychonautic in the booth, ready to bring you some of this action here tonight. And I am joined by a special guest, somebody I haven't had much chance to cast with, but he did poop all over me in our match together. Puggles, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I wouldn't say we pooped all over you. It did go to 5.
True.
But I'm doing great. I'm really excited to get into this because, like you said, Papaya's undefeated. We just watched the undefeated Hydra team win their match to continue that. But Flame, they're no slouches. They are 3-1 right now, and unfortunately, without their highest MMR rated player local. So it's going to be interesting to see how Flame is going to be able to adapt to that little thing that happened to local.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see too. It doesn't seem to be holding them down so far, like you said, with a 3-1 record, and they haven't got to play with local a single match, so they're doing pretty good. But and also historically, these two teams, Papayas and Flame actually they're really close. They've played about 11 matches, and Flames have the advantage by one match. They're 6-5 historically. So I know Flames are going to be looking to continue that history here and being able to beat the Papayas, also giving the Papayas their very first loss of the season here. But Puggles, you being a former Challenger player, who do you see anybody on this field who is a lookout player who we should be watching out for?
Yeah, absolutely. You got Isaac, who's on the Flame side. He's just an absolute standout player. He's currently their highest MMR rated that's going to be fielded today. So definitely look out for him. And on the other team, Papayas, I mean, they're just a three-headed monster. You got to look out for all of them.
That's very true. That's very true. Oh my goodness! Almost as Scrap's going to take a shot on net, almost getting a goal straight out the gate. But also, let me hear. Oh well, Fakey's going to go ahead and take out straight out the gate. And I was hoping to get your caster prediction before anybody scored, but go ahead and give us that and give us a little analysis here on that play.
Well, we'll break down the analysis first. So, an amazing read by Fakey to put it away in an open net. And you know what? I gotta go with the undefeated team, Papayas. They got my boy Q on there, so I gotta pick Q.
All right, there you go. You heard it here. Q looking for a step up on the Papayas. Mangoes and Scraps are his other two players. I'm not sure who the captain is, but all three of these players looking good so far. Flame up by 1. Barely over 30 seconds gone from the match so far. Isaac going to miss his touch in the corner. Scraps puts it down. Q's there, missing the pass to the mid. Mango's up and gets the touch, hit the ball into his corner. Q gets it out into the midfield, but Isaac just takes it away from him. Isaac with it, gets a second touch, but Mango patiently waits and is able to hit it away. Fakey to keep the pressure alive for Flame here. Cool Kyle trying to get a shot on net. Scrap's going to get in front of it, though. Isaac coming out of the corner. Isaac with a touchdown. Fakey's there, but Mango is as well. Mango sends it out. Mango can't get the full clear, though. And Fakey going to try and do a little fake, but Scraps is not faked out. Scraps trying to get it out. Isaac still with the pressure. Flame so far, Puggles, has been, I would say, controlling all the pressure, especially considering Papayas only has one shot on the board.
Yeah, absolutely. They only seem to be able to break out, get one play, and then immediately gets the ball boomed back into their own half. We just saw that happen right as I was calling it out. So amazing show and tell case there. But you're right. Flame has all of the pressure. They're really dictating the pace of the game right now, controlling it when they want to, and being able to clear the ball at will, where this Papaya team is really struggling to really get consecutive touches.
And that is not going to play out well for them if they don't figure it out soon. As we reach the halfway point of game number 1 in this best of 5 series, Papayas trailing by 1. Not a huge deficit, but it is enough to lose the game, especially with the way Flame has been playing defensively so far. Scraps with the send out. Isaac just going to get the touch out to the corner. Q's there with the shot, but Cool Kyle gets in front of it, makes the save on the goal line. The ball's going to get cleared out. Mango's trying to keep the pressure up for Papayas. Q is there, tries to get the shot on, does get the shot on, but it gets blocked out by the defender. Isaac going to get a soft touch, leave the ball, get a demo. Turns out to be a double demo. Fakey going for the fake. Not going to get it, though, as Scraps comes in with the 52 minutes left on the clock now. And we still have the same scoreline here, Puggles. But Q looking to change that up. Going to miss an open net there, though. I gotta wonder what's going on with the Papayas here.
You know, we kind of just saw it there. They get these counter-attacking chances, and then they're just not able to capitalize. And as I'm saying that, Fakey, he's gonna get a little bit of a fluke goal here. It's just gonna roll down in front of him, and nobody on the Papayas was quite ready for that.
Yeah, Q almost getting that save right there. Just if he had just done his backflip an inch before he did it, he would have got that save. But no dice for the Papayas as they go down by 2 in this game number 1. Cool Kyle with a big bump there. Isaac sending it out. There was a double demo, but Cool Kyle gonna miss the empty net. Not that he needed it, Puggles, but not a good look.
No, not at all. He just had to wait maybe another second or two, and he had a free goal. But he tried to rush it a little bit. Maybe was being told that someone was on him. So hopefully that doesn't come back to bite him here in this game.
Hopefully not. 1:10 left on the clock. Still plenty of time. Q almost starting the comeback for the Papayas. Still plenty of time on the clock for 2 goals to get scored. The Papayas starting to generate a little bit more offense here in the latter part of this game. We'll see if they can turn that into at least 1 conversion, if not 2, to tie it up and send this game number 1 into overtime. Final 45 seconds tick down. Cool Kyle pops it up in the midfield. Cool Kyle's there for the follow, looking for the double, but Scraps off the backboard going to stop his offensive advance. And looks like a little bit of a communication error comes out for Flame. They pinch the ball across, send it back defensively. Mango's out to the middle. Scraps is there, can't find it, but I'm not sure. It looks like an own goal comes out there.
You know, it might have gone in either way. It looks like it was going to go either way. Isaac trying to get a touch to save it away, but he's not able to get enough. And 22 seconds here, Psycho. I think I still believe in this Papayas team.
Well, that's definitely possible. They're going to have to turn on the afterburners and get to it right here, right now. They don't have any time to waste. But a goal can be scored in several seconds in this game. And we might see it right here as Mangos gets the cross, but nobody there to find the pass. Isaac only has to just wind down the time. He sends that ball down, and Fakey's there, puts it towards the net, but it's going to hit the ground, and Flame is going to be your victors in game number 1.
Yeah, great play from Flame all around. You know, controlling the game super early, not giving Papayas any time at all until probably the last minute or so when they found their only goal. And now, if you're Papayas or a Papayas fan, you take what you did in that last minute, and you just got to do it for 5 full minutes. And I think they got a pretty good recipe to win this next game.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. They definitely started to pick it up there at the end of that game. Hopefully, they're able to carry that momentum in and pick up the pieces and see where they can find themselves in game number 2. I can guarantee you they don't want to go down by 2 in this series against this Flame roster, because it seems like the Flame roster came in hot and they haven't cooled down yet, Puggles.
No, absolutely. They were ready and waiting. Before my game, actually, I ran into these guys in ranked, and let me just say, it did not go well for us. So, you know, these guys definitely warmed up. They've been getting ready for quite some time now.
Yeah, I imagine. You know, I know some of these guys, just when they're getting ready, they get fired up, they get pumped up. And sounds like that's what you ran into, a Flame roster that was fired up. Fakey taking a shot. Fikey taking the shot, but it's going to hit the post there. Q to send it out. Cool Kyle with the touch around Scraps. Mango out of the corner. Mango gets the touch, but Fakey's there in the middle waiting. Fakey trying to get a fake, trying to get a flick, and Isaac is just there in time to put it in the back of the net. Flame now up by 1.
Yeah, it looks like the Papayas team left one of their guys on defense. He couldn't quite hold it down. Q rushing to get back, couldn't quite get the touch there to keep it out. And, you know, this happened in the first game. Flame go up early.
Yes, they do. And if that spelling out anything or foreshadowing anything, then I feel bad for the Papayas because they might be looking at their very first loss of the season here. Though it's definitely too early to make the call, as they have not only plenty of time in this particular game, but they could always bust out the reverse sweep, assuming they go down 2-0 here. But I know that Scraps is not interested in that, trying to put a long ball on, but it's going to hit the post. The ball gets pinched back out. Isaac's just there in the mid. Isaac follows, gets the touch, but Mangoes is going to follow his 2 and pop it up. Fakey with the shot. Q is there. The double commit from Papayas, but luckily they're able to recover. Mangoes to send it down. Mangoes still following, putting it towards the net, looking for a teammate. Scraps is there, but Fakey's going to beat him out. And as we get down to the final 3 minutes here, Puggles, and we're seeing a very similar game. Isaac looking for the double or maybe the triple. I'm not sure you would call that, but yeah, I feel like we're seeing a very, very similar game here. Flame going up by 1 and then just sort of holding it as Papayas attempt to get some sort of offensive pressure. Oh my, Isaac is toxic.
A big double demo as you're concluding there, but honestly, I have to disagree a little bit here. I think Papayas is getting out of their half a little bit more often. Flame just really doesn't seem to be suffocating them as much as they were in the first game. Now, is it good for Papayas? No, they still need to get out. But I would say this is definitely a step up from the last game.
Sure, yeah, I agree. They're definitely doing better than they did in game 1. Hopefully they'll be able to do something, because doing better at this point is not going to do anything for them if they lose. Scraps trying to get a shot on, does get a shot on, but Fakey with the save there from his air dribble. Isaac is up, gets the block. Fakey's there, but can't make the touch. Scraps to send it out. Cool Kyle with a ball, but he puts it up. Q there to knock it away. Scraps with the clear, trying to get a pass play there in the midfield, but the ball gets overturned to Flame. And Mango with the pinch. This could be dangerous for Flame. Oh, Mango's going to miss his shot. It's going to bounce off of the post, and that is absolutely demoralizing, Puggles.
It is, but it's still not out of harm's way here, Psycho. I don't know if you could still see it, but it's just floating in the front here. Nobody from Flame wanting to touch this ball. And Fakey, he got a little caught up on the post there. Not really what you want to see.
Yeah, it looked like they got that ball cleared all the way out to me. I didn't see the Papayas offense there keeping the pressure alive. They did a good job, though, right there. Tied it up and looking to maybe do something else here as Q is going to intercept the pass and put the shot on the net, taking the lead for the Papayas 2-1.
Yeah, absolutely. But the biggest thing for me was Mango's dunk onto that Flame defender. Everyone on Flame thought he had a free touch, and Mango's jumping over one to get a touch past the other. Big setup there for Mango.
Quite the play coming out from Papayas. Scraps to put it down. Isaac putting it back towards the net. Q gonna get the clear out. Cool Kyle, though, keeping the pressure alive, keeping Flame in the Papayas defensive zone. As the ball's up, Isaac just gonna miss his touch. Scraps is there. He has the 50 with Kyle. Mangoes to put that one towards the mid. Fakey with the touch. Isaac off the backboard. Q there for the clear. 1 minute remaining here on the clock. Fakey with a big save, getting his savior medal up to Cool Kyle. The double commit from Flame as the ball floats out to the mid. Mangoes is there, puts it down, gets the dunk on Isaac, but it's still in Isaac's possession. To Q takes it to send it out. Gets the shot on net, but Fakey makes the save in the final 30 seconds here. Isaac gonna tie us up. Oh my gosh! That was a disaster, Puggles.
Oh, he had it. I don't even know what to say anymore. That should have been a goal for Isaac, but they still got 20 seconds here. I think they could still pull this game off.
That is a massive feels bad man moment right there as Isaac just narrowly missing. That was just gonna go in, but Mangoes with a big touch on the defensive line to make the stop there, secure this win for the Papayas, as Papayas gonna take game number 2 and tie this series up, sending us into game number 3.
Yeah, maybe should not have won that in regulation. I think Isaac puts that away, 99 out of 100 times, but yeah, that's just a little unlucky for Isaac there. It's a little weird how that happened. So I think Papayas did much better. They had more pressure, and I'm just in distraught here. I need help.
Yeah, I don't blame you. After that, what just happened to Isaac, I kind of want to quit everything. I just kind of want to uninstall the game, leave the Discord server.
Yep,
This is terrible. My day is ruined.
exactly.
And yeah, I don't know what to say here, Puggles, but I guess moving into game number 3 here, hopefully Isaac doesn't feel the same way we feel. Hopefully he was able to shrug off the situation, play it cool, let it roll off his back, and not let it mess up his mental here, because game number 3 is going to be one of the more important games here tonight for these two teams, as the winner of this game is going to move into a match point position for the series. Mangoes trying to get the clear. Oh, I'm sorry. What's up?
You're good. You're good. Keep going.
No, dude. What were you about to say?
No, I was just saying you're right there, and just to remind everyone, in case they aren't aware or this is their first time watching, we do best of 5s here. We don't do best of 7 just for playoffs.
Playoffs only. And my apologies there, Puggles. I think that I'm a little bit under the weather, kind of fighting off something, so I think the pause was me trying to clear out my throat, and so that's my apologies there.
No, you're perfectly fine. This happened to me the last time I did this, so.
It's all good. But a minute gone now from the clock, and neither team able to find the back of the net here. Papayas carrying a lot of good momentum, defensively at least, in from their last game. They have yet, actually that was their first shot on net right there, but it was deflected by the Flame defense. But they have been strong in their own defensive zone, already putting away 4 saves. But that is not that's not boding well for them, as that means that the Flame offense has been stepping things up since the last game. And Fakey there with the shot. As I say it, they go ahead and make it happen.
Yeah, big start here from Fakey. Once again, I think he's scored first in every game so far. But now for Flame, you got to either hold it or keep suffocating like they did in the first game.
Honestly, I expect to see that sort of suffocation come out, because we know this team can do it. And I'm interested to see if Papayas are going to be able to hold out here, if they're going to be able to find the breathing pockets, the air pockets, and make something happen off the mistakes, as Mangoes goes for the solo play, but can't get it past Isaac. Isaac gonna pinch it through Q. Cool Kyle's there, gets the touch, puts it back to the mid. Fakey is there, but his shot is gonna go wide. The ball gets pinched back to the mid. This is dangerous. Cool Kyle missing his shot. The ball is floating in the Papayas defensive zone. Mangoes trying to get a clear. Isaac putting it back towards the net. Q is there. Q to get it away, but it gets pinched back towards the Papayas net once again. Papayas finally able to clear that away as we reach the halfway point of game number 3 here, Puggles. And Flame still up by 1. And I mean, Papayas still only have 2 shots.
Yeah, this has kind of been the story the entire time, is that Papayas really are just a later half team. And we really need to see him step up now as we enter that later half and get some more offensive going.
We'll see if they're able to do that. Mango's been attempting a couple of solo plays so far this game, none of them having worked out for him yet. But I know if that man tries long enough on a solo play, he will get it, as he is one of the more mechanically recognized players, at least in the Challenger League, if not in the league itself. As the ball gets sent down, Mangoes gets popped off. Q's there. He's going to find the 50 with Cool Kyle to deflect the shot. The ball's in the mid. The double commit coming out from the Papayas. Scraps getting the 50 against Cool Kyle, and Mango's coming in there as well, getting the pinch into the net with 1:25 seconds left on the clock. I don't. Oh, never mind.
No.
I was about to say I don't know if it's possible, but Q is just gonna hit a snipe shot out of nowhere.
An absolute banger, getting it over Isaac and Fakey. He just gets caught a little bit in no man's land. He either needs to jump or hurry back, and he chose the wrong one in my decision. I think he should have jumped there, but now, you know, you just gotta win out this game. Like you said, this is gonna put you up on match point. This next goal is super important.
This is a big one. This is a big one, and with just a minute left on the clock, you know these players got to be feeling the tension right here, right now, and we're seeing it as the Papayas are starting to double commit a little bit more. Scraps coming in and just taking the shot away from Q there, but it worked out, or it didn't work out, but it worked out for them and not getting counterattacked by Flame. And Mangos is there off the corner, finds the second touch, but can't get it placed right. And Q gonna touch the clear from Flame. Q there with it again, but missing his touch, and that was dangerous for Flame. Isaac barely just able to get back in the final 30 seconds. We are still tied up right here, and we'll see if either of these teams are able to make the game-winning goal in the final seconds here, if we're gonna see yet another overtime here in game number 3. Fakey missing his touch, maybe getting the fake, but Mango there puts it down in the mid. The ball gets pinched. It's back in the mid. Isaac just up, puts a touch on it. Mangoes to send it away, just looking to put it down, moving into overtime for game number 3 here, Puggles. Who do you think has the advantage?
You know what? As of right now, I think the advantage goes to Papayas. They've been holding off this Flame defense that's just been absolutely electric, and then finding great counterattack opportunities. I say if they can get it out a few times, they're definitely going to find a goal.
They have been playing insane defense with 6 saves to the Papayas' name right now. Q with the shot, but it's not going to go. Cool Kyle able to make the save. And we're seeing yet another double commit. I think that's like the 4th or the 5th one, Puggles, that I've seen from the Papayas in the last minute and 30 seconds. That's kind of scary if you ask me.
No, you're right. You really can't be double committing, especially in an important overtime like this. And, you know, as we see Q get erased, you know, those double commits are just killing these guys' offensive possession. Because when both of them go, the third guy has to stay back and he can't really commit to a net or to a shot.
Exactly. And that is what the Papayas are dealing with right now. But the Papayas defensively are just unstoppable at this point, and Flame, just no matter what they do, cannot find the back of their net. So it's going to come down to the Papayas making a mistake defensively, or the Papayas finally getting their offensive push together and doing what we saw them do in game number 2. But Isaac's there. He's going to take advantage of the mistouch from the Papayas defense. And there you have it. Game 3 going to go to Flame, and they are now sitting on match point for the series.
Yeah, you're right. A great thing there from Isaac, but a big props there to Fakey. He's able to get the demo onto the third guy, and Isaac just has to walk it into the net. Great demo there from Fakey to open up for Isaac.
Yeah, you love to see the heads-up play there, especially coming from someone like Fakey. Fakey being the lowest MMR on the Flame roster, obviously that doesn't mean much of anything, to be honest. MMR is just a number. It's just a round figure showing basically where you are at skill level. So, you know, but I would say Fakey has probably been the most consistent player on Flame this series.
Yeah, you're right. You know, with Cool Kyle coming in and out of conversation, Fakey has been in there the entire time, opening up every game for his team, and then just finding these outstanding plays where he's gonna go up and demo the last guy to open it up for his teammates. Just great plays all around from Fakey.
And moving into game number 4, Flame up by 2 in the series, 2-1. They only need this last win to take home the dub here against the Papayas and give the Papayas their first loss of Season 7. Will they be able to do it? Or will Papayas clutch up and win these next 2 games in a row? I have to be here to see it as Isaac gets a touch, but not what he's looking for. Q to send that one across. Mango trying to follow, but Isaac gonna dust him to the ball. Cool Kyle getting one past the defense, and Scraps just too awkward to make the stop there. Flame once again goes up by 1.
Yeah, and Cool Kyle, a huge read off the wall. Q and Scraps both not in the position to stop it. Big opening here from Cool Kyle.
Yeah, that is exactly what you want if you're Flame. That is exactly what you need. You need that momentum to gain the control of the pace here in game number 4. This is the most important game aside from game number 5 for them to win, but they will not get a game number 5 if they don't win here, right now. Scraps is going to pop it up. Scraps trying to follow, but Cool Kyle going to beat him out to the ball. Cool Kyle looking for a second touch. No, he goes for the bump instead. Isaac pops it up. Fakey's there, and what a play from Flame. Holy, they get all 3 on it.
Wow, a huge bump there from Cool Kyle, sending Q into the world's worst spot to make a defensive play. And, you know, it's just Isaac to Fakey and into the back of the net. An outstanding play, as you said.
Yeah, you love to see it. That's great content right there.
No.
Oh, this is not looking good. Cool Kyle going to take advantage of the situation. And now Flame have a 3-point lead.
Yeah, not really what you want to see. Another kickoff goal after giving up just that outstanding play. And now you got 4 minutes left. The series is on the line here. We got to see some life here from Papayas soon.
Yes, we certainly do. And it looked like all 3 of them came in there. I know I saw at least 2. I wasn't sure if the third one was there, but that was a dangerous situation for the Papayas, going all in on offense there. Luckily for them, they did not get counterattacked. And we'll see what they're able to do here as Q is going to 50 the ball. It gets pinched all the way across. Scraps there trying to get it away from Isaac. Isaac sends it down. Mangoes with the defensive touch. He's patient on defense, but he misses his second touch off of the wall. Cool Kyle getting it past 2 defenders. Q able to turn back on it and get it away from his net. Q still with the follow, finds the touch, but doesn't have enough juice to get back up to it. And it's going to get cleared out. Mango's missing his touch. And nobody back from Papayas. Not sure what happened there, but it wasn't good, Puggles.
No, it really wasn't. It looks like the guy rotating back got a little in the way of Isaac, who just landed, so nobody was able to get back fast enough. And now, you know, this you got 3 minutes to get 4 goals to send it to OT. It's not looking great, but you know, I think Papayas can at least get 1 here to bring it closer.
Yeah, and I mean, certainly not impossible. Mango's been playing Papayas have been playing a decent series. They've taken at least 1 goal, or taken at least 1 win, so we know they can get another one, though. As you said, that 4-0 deficit, that is a pretty steep hill to climb, but Q is ready to start his climb right here, right now, and gets a great pass from Scraps there.
Yeah, a great pass there and a great read from Q, as nobody from Flame was ready for that. And now, you know, like you said, they're starting to climb back. They have half the game left to get 3 goals.
I think that they can do it. They are able to pull together, cross their T's and dot their I's. Find some more of those beautiful pass plays. I know that they're capable of it. You're not a 4-0 team in the Challenger League just off of, you know, solo plays. There ain't no way. But we see more of those pass plays coming out. We may see a smaller margin in the goal line here. Isaac going to get that touch and get it cleared out. Scraps going to have to 50 with him. Scraps sticking with the ball, confusing Q a little bit there, but Mango's able to take control. Mango's pops it out. Fakey is there for the shot. Fakey to bring it back to the mid. Isaac just gonna get a double. No, it's gonna go out.
Oh,
And
again!
oh my gosh, again. How does this keep happening? Puggles.
I'm not sure. I don't know how you can do that twice in a row. First to Isaac, and now to Cool Kyle. You really hate to see it, but you know it didn't hurt them last time, so maybe it won't hurt them this time. That's my theory.
Yeah, and I mean it didn't seem to hurt them. They didn't get scored on, so that's good for them. There's a lot of demos coming out right here, but nobody able to make a conversion. Isaac is there. Isaac trying to get it past the last defender, but Q makes a good save. Q with the shot. Nobody from Flame back. Cuts the deficit in half, and Papayas might be back in this game.
Like I said, they're a second half team. You know, they're going to come back, but now you really, like you said before, turn on the afterburners and get these 2 goals early.
That would be in their best interest to get at least 1 goal as quickly as possible. If not, 2 rapid goals would be ideal. And the demo comes out from Isaac. And nobody back from Papayas, but Cool Kyle not going to get to the shot in time. The shot's going to bounce off the wall. Q with a good bump on the Flame offender there, not allowing him to stick with the ball. Scraps is there. Scraps putting it off the backboard. Cool Kyle there to clear, though. Mango putting a shot on. It's going to hit the post. Ball gets pinched all the way back down. Papayas defensive zone. Q with the clear off the backboard. Mango looking for the pass, but couldn't find it in the last 20 seconds. Wind down. Q with the big save on the goal line. Cool Kyle just trying to toss it back up at the net. Flame doing nothing but wasting time at this point. They only have to just let the ball float in the air and let the ball touch. And Flame is going to be your winners here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to take this best of 5 series in a 3-1 fashion, and they're going to hand Papayas their very first L of the season. Congratulations to Flame for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, if you're Papayas, a few things to work on. Obviously, the double commits really hurt them there. And, you know, for Flame, they're doing so well right now without Local. Like we said at the top of the broadcast, you know, their best player. So, you know, they're just continuing their streak of dominating performance after dominating performance. So, you know, both of these teams are in the same division. So it's going to be a tight race for that number 1 spot come playoffs.
Yeah, and that was a huge win for Flame right there. Flame really pulling out the stops there in game number 5. Just looking at the scoreboard briefly, I think Flame only had to make 2 saves that entire match, so that was pretty good. We saw them suffocate Papayas pretty much through the whole thing. Game 2, Papayas were really able to bring it back, get the W in game number 2, and I feel like in Puggles in game number 3, Papayas were still very much alive.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it really just went downhill in this series when they gave up the 4 goals early in the first minute and a half of game 4. That was pretty much when, at least in a lot of people's minds, that's when the series was sealed.
Yeah, that was a huge rip moment. It's quite unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. It worked out how it worked out. Flame got the dub, handed the first L to Papayas for their season 7 record. You know, it's got to be feeling good for Flame right there. And that is going to wrap us up, ladies and gentlemen. That does it for our broadcast this evening. That is all 3 matches that we've got lined up for you. Highly appreciate everybody coming out and supporting the channel. Wednesday, we'll be back with 3 more matches as usual. Puggles, I appreciate you joining me up in the booth. It's been a minute since we've casted together. I missed you.
Yeah, it has been a minute. These games, they're really taxing me right now. So it was an honor and always a pleasure to cast with you, Psycho. Can't wait for our next one.
Always a pleasure. Yes, indeed, sir. Ladies and gentlemen at home, thank you again for coming out and enjoying some Rocket League action with us tonight. If you are in the crowd and you are not in the Discord, you're not part of Nemesis, head on over to our Discord, get hooked up, get in the free agency, Teams change around their rosters all the time. You can get on a roster, you can get on a stream match, get casted, all this great stuff. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen, and we will see y'all Wednesday evening for 3 more bangers.